Hello everyone, I'm Amir Hossein. In this video I will show you how to make cross-section plots from your WRF model output. In the post-WRF directory, open name list. First of all, I disable WRF contour plot section because I'm going to use cross-section plot. So I enable this section. It has 3 variables. You can specify 3 variables here. So it means that if you enable all of these 3 variables, it will overlay 3 variables on a cross-section plot. For the first variable, I'm not going to use all of these 3 variables. For the first variable, I put here Tc as temperature, 20 degrees as the intervals is okay, and the color as black, that is also okay. Let me leave it. And the second variable, I just leave it to be disabled. I'm not going to overlay second contour variable. But for the third variable will be plotted as shaded contour. So let me change it to relative humidity, RH, which stands for relative humidity. I save it. I run post-WRF, WRF file number 3. For the cross-section plot, it asks you the method of drawing cross-section. This means that you should specify the route or the line that cross-section plane will be perpendicular to that line. And here 2 methods are provided. In the first method, the line spans over the whole WRF domain, but in the second method, the start and the end of the line will be specified. So let me choose the first method, 1 point and an angle. You should specify longitudes of the pivot point. Pivot point is that a specific point. Let me choose 50, and it also shows you the range of the longitude of your WRF output. I put 50 here, and the range of the latitude of your domain is between 20 and 43, so I choose a value like 33 degrees for the latitude of my pivot point. And the angle of the pivot point, I choose 55 degrees. 0 means that the direction of your line is towards north to south-north, and 90 means that the direction of your line is from west to east. So I put 55, and method of drawing is like the previous videos which were related to the contour plot, WRF contour plot. I choose here manual, the minimum and maximum value of your shaded contour. I just push enter, so it will be calculated automatically. And the color of your contour, which in fact is the color of your relative humidity variable, I put number 5, which is appropriate for relative humidity. And time steps inside your WRF output, I put 1, or I can push enter, so all time steps will be selected. And format of the image, I select X11, or let me select PDF. This time I will select PDF number 2. Name of that, you can set a name or specify a name that I just skipped that. It will set a good name for that, an appropriate name for that. After that, go to the outputs. Outputs is created for the file that you have just post-processed. Inside of this directory, you can see that a new file has been created. I open this new file, and here you can see that our plots have been generated, but our plots are actually generated in the panel mode, in the panel plot mode, and that is because, let me before I explain that panel plot, let me zoom in, and you can see that the shaded contour are actually relative humidity, and the line contour is temperature, and it has been plotted for all of the time slots inside my WRF output. And here you can see that all of the plots, they have been actually labeled, so you can easily put them in your paper. If you are preparing a paper, you can easily put them inside your paper without any additional tasks. Why it has been created as a panel plot? The reason is because if I open name list, and if I go to the last section, in the last section my panel plot was enabled. Because of that, the output has been created in a panel plot format.